Good evening and welcome to the PhanTV Midweek update. Quite an interesting week around the league, but firstly, here's Matt with the team news.
That's right, Dan. This week, no news is good news once again. However, we have had our GB under-20s return from the Ukraine, so we've got Will Weldon, Declan Palmer, Luke Ferreira and Jordan Cowney all back, so we'll be looking forward to seeing them in action this weekend. So, yeah, that's all.
There you go, that's it. Okay, now looking around the league, we hinted at this a little bit earlier. It's been all change in the EPL this week. Former Peterborough Downward Phantom defenceman James Hutchinson has now been released by the Basingstoke Bison. Although a few weeks back when it was announced he'd be playing for them, own and loan options were made available. He was released on Wednesday stating that he'd been there as injury cover and that with the return of previously injured players he was now being let go. Now, as with every good Christmas story, and it is Christmas time now, as with every good Christmas story, there has been a happy ending for Hutch, as it was announced today that he has now signed for the Slough Jets. So, not moving too far, really, from one club to another.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and Matt, on to the big news of the week.
That's right, big news of the week. Just days after posting a message saying he was back and that the Dogs were going to get the player that they were promised, Derek Campbell has actually been gassed by the Sheffield Steeldogs. The release has just simply said, and I quote, "The Bradfield Brewery Sheffield Steeldogs have today released Derek Campbell. We would like to thank Derek for his services. However, we feel we need to change things up more as we re-evaluate things." However, as with James Hutchinson, Derek's Christmas story is also having a happy ending, as almost immediately he was then signed to the Manchester Phoenix. So again, not too far for him to go on there as well.
Excellent. Okay, and finally, it seems that the Telford Tigers have come down with a slight case of the mumps. Hopefully everyone there that's affected will get well soon, and they'll be back on the ice as soon as possible. Okay, now, on Sunday, we mentioned that we'd spoken to netminder Damien King and we were posting the interview tonight. The interview was intended really initially as a simple post-match chat. We felt, though, that when we were watching it, it actually deserved really a full play. And there was a lot of characteristic frankness from Damo. So, from Sunday, here's Damo. And assuming that we live long enough with the pucks being fired at us, we'll be back after this.
Alright, Damien King, a couple of points tonight, so you must be happy with that.
Yeah, points are what we've come to play for, and points are what we got tonight, which is the biggest thing. And it's a frustrating game for our boys and for myself included, but points are what matters. Points are what need to go on the board, and that's what we got tonight. So we're happy with that.
Now, I don't want to put the spotlight too much on the goals against, but did you feel that there was something lacking in your game tonight?
Yeah, it was really strange. I felt I had a good first period. I got into the game quite well, and that's sort of been what's not been going right for me lately, is getting into the game quite early. And I managed to do that and got into the game quite early and made a few decent stops. And the first goal that I conceded, yeah, it caught me a little bit low and maybe should have stopped it, but I wasn't too disappointed with it. And the boys obviously put the puck in the net. Lout's got a natural hat-trick straight away, so that put the pressure back on them, so that wasn't an issue. But yeah, the power play goal, second goal, yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. And then, of course, the elephant in the room, I think everyone's considering, is the third goal. For some reason, I thought I was going to get to it first. Halfway there, I was already committed, and I knew I weren't going to get to it first, so I dived to try to sort of either take him or the puck. Didn't get either. And the boys were in the net for me. It was quite comical. It was quite surreal seeing it from my view. I should be in the net, and I'm behind the play, and both TC and Morgs were in the net trying to defend it, but unluckily he got round the back of the net and managed to stuff it home. So it's frustrating. And then, again, the fourth goal, he got a hard low shot, and I should have had to stick to it or got to my 5-0 covered quicker, but he got through. And the boys saw the game out really well, and the 6-on-5 was obviously frustrating for us because obviously we want to be having the game over quite quickly. But great blocks by G and Z, and we managed to see the game out, which is important.
Absolutely. No, I mean, you can't be too hard on yourself. Obviously, after last week's game as well, you had a little bit of a thing going on Facebook as well. How do you feel that it is to kind of take sometimes some of the criticism that's out there?
Oh, that's not an issue. People are entitled to say what they like, and I don't see that as an issue whatsoever. Fans are going to disagree with performances. I haven't been playing great lately. He was 100% right to say that I've been playing great, because I haven't. My stats are crap right now, and I need to pull myself up the bloody bottom of the barrel and find something better. So training's going to be important this week, and next weekend is massive, and it's going to take me to play well as the whole team to get 2 points, and that's my pressure right now, and I do thrive off it, and hopefully it will come good.
Don't focus too much on that. You know, going forwards, you've got 2 games next weekend. Obviously, they are potentially. It could be potentially a 4-point weekend. Sheffield away is going to be tough, obviously, but Manchester here as well. So, do you think that's something that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, you look at the table, you can see it in 2 lights. You can see Sheffield below us, and we should be beating them, and Manchester in our rink where we're at our best. So it should be 4 points. Then you look on the flip side, Manchester are near the top of the league, and Sheffield's always a tough place to go. So you think it's a tough weekend. So. We're looking at the positive side. We're going to get 4 points hopefully, and go out strong. Sheffield's, we understand how they play, and we're not too keen on their methods. But provided we have a decent ref, a strong ref who can control the game, and our guys can play the way they can, and I don't think it could be an issue down there.
That's great, Damo. Thanks so much for speaking to us.
No worries,
good luck next week.
Okay, and welcome back from the interview. Matt, you actually did the interview, so what were your thoughts at the time?
Damo just being himself, it's nice to see that he's so honest about it. It was obviously a very nice, frank summation of the game, and not just of the game, but also of himself. He as he demonstrated there, he can take criticism as well, and he's happy for it because he wants to improve, and that's the main thing. But yeah, generally a nice open interview. But he is just the same off the ice as he is on the ice, and he just wears his heart on his sleeve. You can't really fault a guy for that.
No, and to be honest, that's the kind of passion you want from a player. Now, about that 3rd goal, we were watching it from up here, and his description it is a split-second decision you have to make. When you're in goal, you've got a loose puck, forwards coming in fast, you've got a choice. You can either sit there and wait and wait and wait and hope for the best, or you can go out and do something about it. And to go out and do something about it like that, whether it works or not, is a very brave decision to make. And I think if it had worked, if he'd cleared the puck, he'd have been a hero. It would have been an inspired piece of net binding. As it was, in the end, it was 1 goal. It wasn't a goal that caused us any problems. So, yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse than it was. And, frankly, no harm, no foul, I'd say, with that one. Okay, then. Well, that's enough for the weekend just gone. Matt.
That's right, looking forward to this weekend. Phantoms are travelling to South Yorkshire to face the Sheffield Steeldogs on Saturday, who we heard earlier have lost Derek Campbell now. However, Andre Payet is now back from the Ukraine from his coaching stint with the GB under-20s, and they will be in their own barn, so it should be quite an interesting, hot little game, I think, there.
Absolutely. I mean, playing Sheffield, whether it's here or in Ice Sheffield, is always a tough game. And it's certainly proven that, but hopefully this will be a monkey that the Phantoms can get off their back before Christmas. Now, on Sunday, the Peterborough Dalwood Phantoms play host to the Manchester Phoenix. Again, Matt, what really are we going to be looking for with the Phoenix?
Well, they've just picked up the services of Derek Campbell, as we said, so he's actually playing tonight as well, Thursday, against his former club, against the Sheffield Steeldogs. So, yeah, it should be interesting to see. He should have got his legs in and settled a little bit on the team by the time we face him on Sunday. So, yeah, when he comes down here on Sunday, it should be interesting to see whether he makes an impact or whether he disappears into the ether like he did with Sheffield. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. They've got some solid guys still who can do a job despite whatever injuries they may have.
Yeah. And the defence is normally pretty good, and it potentially could need to be. Steve Fone's still out with an injury, so Georges Hage is in nets for them at the moment. Manchester currently 4 points in 3rd. They're currently 4 points adrift of 2nd place Guildford Flames, so they're going to be looking really to close the gap there, and I'd say we're looking to put a bit of an insurance marker there between us and the Steeldogs.
Yeah, most definitely. That's all you're really going to have to expect. I think everything's to play for at the moment, and as Davo said as well, it's perfectly doable. So yeah, yeah, looking forward. Then, if you can't get to Sheffield on Saturday, but you want to follow along with the action, if you log on to www.peterboroughphantoms.com and then head on to the Fans Forum. And then on Sunday, the game starts here at Planet Ice Peterborough in Breton at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are available in advance from the box office for £12, or you can get them on the door at £13 as well.
Okay, well, there you go. So from us, good night. we've managed to survive. Nothing else shot at us, so we're doing pretty well. Yeah, so we'll see you on Sunday, and we will see you now because obviously we've gotten through that. We'll see you on Sunday. So from us, good night.
Good night.
Oh.